You won't believe this, but the moment I finally realized my marriage was over wasn't when Randall humiliated me, or when his sister tried to block me like a nightclub bouncer. It was when his own mother told him, in a whisper she thought I wouldn't hear, "Control your wife." And suddenly I understood. These people never saw me as family. They saw me as property. I swear that single sentence hit me harder than anything Randall had ever said. It was like watching the mask fall off an entire room at once. I don't even know how to begin explaining the chaos that's been sitting in my chest for days, but here I am trying to put this all together before my brain melts. I barely slept. I've been awake since 3 a.m., looping everything in my mind until the line between real and surreal got blurry. And just like that, I'm Gemma, married to Randall for 3 years, stuck in a story I didn't sign up for. We met in the dumbest, most accidental rom-com way imaginable, stuck in an elevator at an escape room for 40 unbearable minutes. No flirting, no sparks, just awkward silence, sweaty palms, and me trying not to pee my pants. Honestly, that probably set the tone for the entire marriage. Awkward, claustrophobic, uncomfortable, no actual romance, just proximity. I never needed a huge circle of people. I've always been selective, trusting a handful. My family is present but not clingy. We text, we meet on holidays, we exist. Randall, on the other hand, comes from a family that could populate a small village. There are so many of them, I'm convinced they breed in secret, and every gathering is the same. Loud, chaotic, packed, and always punctuated by their jokes. Their jokes, the ones where I'm the outsider, the uptight one, the opinionated one, the one who doesn't get their traditions. At first I told myself it was harmless. Just family banter, but lately, those comments turned sharp, aimed, like they weren't teasing me anymore. They were testing how much they could get away with. And then came Ariana's baby shower, the event that broke everything open. Baby showers are supposed to be cute and soft and pastel, not this one. No games, no cupcakes, just Randall's family wedged into one house, sweat, cheese platters, and forced small talk. I walked in and immediately felt it. That thick, heavy energy, like everyone was watching me too closely while pretending they weren't. I tried to stay quiet, scrolling TikTok, chatting with Ariana because she's literally the only person from that side who has a functioning soul. And then, like always, Reagan slithered over with her canned attitude and a seltzer. She commented on my shoes, Doc Martens, hardly bold. She mocked me about not knowing their grandma's pasta salad recipe. Same tired script, new day. I fake laughed, stood by a window, tried not to suffocate. But then, the moment. One of Randall's loud aunts asks, "So, when are you two having a baby?" And boom. Silence. I hate that question. Randall knows I hate it. It's personal. It's private. It's not a group discussion topic. I gave the standard answer. We're not in a rush. But Randall, oh, he wanted a spotlight. He laughed, loudly, obnoxiously, and said, "With her, I'd rather stay childless than raise kids with that kind of negativity." And everyone laughed, like it was the funniest, freshest joke of the century. Reagan added, "She'd probably give birth to complaints and breastfeed them drama." I didn't even feel embarrassed. I felt stripped, exposed, dehumanized. I said, "You're not funny." He smirked. "Relax, you're always so sensitive. No wonder I don't want kids with you." And that was it. Something inside me cracked. I walked away, needing air, needing space, needing anything that wasn't them. And Randall grabbed my arm, too tight, like I was his property doing something inconvenient. "Where are you going? Don't ruin this for everyone," I said. "Touch me again and I will." But as I pulled away, I heard it. The sentence that rewired my brain forever. His mother whispering, soft but sharp. "Control your wife?" Not, "Is she okay?" Not, "Let her breathe." Not, "We went too far. Just control her." I didn't say anything. I didn't look back. I just walked out, ignoring Reagan trying to block me like I was a toddler trying to leave time out. I got into Randall's car shaking and drove straight to my friend Maline's house. I stayed there, ignoring the buzzing phone, the group chat drama, the messages from his mom, the memes from Reagan, the guilt tripping from aunts who treat cruelty like family tradition. The next morning felt like waking up inside a digital battlefield. Before I even opened my eyes, my phone was vibrating nonstop like it was trying to crawl off the nightstand and escape. I already knew it wasn't for anything good. People like Randall's family only blow up your phone when they feel entitled to your silence. I finally picked it up and, yep, there it was, a full-blown circus. 30 plus messages in the Fam Jam group chat, a name that already makes my soul itch. And almost all of them were about me. At first, it was casual. Has anyone heard from Gemma? Is she okay? She seemed fine until she left. Then it turned into the classic passive-aggressive tap dance, Randall's mom. This behavior is concerning. She really embarrassed us yesterday. Randall's aunt. Some people can't handle simple jokes. Reagan sends a meme of a cat labeled drama queen, then adds, "Lol, she probably needed the attention." And the worst part, no one, not one person, mentioned what Randall actually said. Not one of them addressed the fact that I was mocked like a circus act. Not one acknowledged the arm grab or the control your wife comment. It was all just me, the problem, TAM, ruining their family tradition of bullying. Even Ariana, sweet, exhausted Ariana, tried sticking up for me, only to get drowned out by the chorus of, "Gemma is too sensitive." Meanwhile, my own mom texted me, "Randall's mother reached out. Can we talk later?" Great. Now my mom was being enlisted into whatever moral crusade they were launching. But then my sister, Chaos Gremlin, emotional support, human, sent me a TikTok titled, "Signs your in-laws are toxic and you're living in a sitcom." Then she texted, "Go full scorched earth." Honestly, she's the only reason I cracked a smile that day. When I finally checked my messages from Randall, he had the audacity, the Olympic level audacity, to text me, "You're making things worse. Just apologize so we can move on." I laughed, out loud, like actual laughter, borderline maniacal. Me? Apologize? For him humiliating me? I typed a reply. Deleted it. Typed again. Deleted it again. Everything I wrote sounded too calm for how pissed I actually felt. Then, as if the universe wanted to add another level of absurdity, Reagan screenshotted my DM with Randall and posted it in the family group chat with, "Is she off her meds?" The irony. I'm not even on medication, but even if I were, imagine thinking that's okay to say. Ariana immediately sent me a screenshot separately with, "I'm so sorry, Reagan's out of line." I texted Reagan directly, "Delete that now or I'll show everyone what you said about your mom last Christmas." It was deleted in 20 seconds. Silence from her. Fear does wonders. But the bigger turning point came later when Randall showed up at Maline's apartment building, pounding on the door like I was a missing child and he was the concerned parent. He tried to push his way inside. Maline, tiny but terrifying when she needs to be, blocked him with one hand and said, "Nope." He tried guilt, anger, bargaining, like a toddler cycling through emotions. "You're my wife. You have to talk to me." "You're blowing this out of proportion." "You can't avoid me forever." "You made a scene." "You embarrassed me." Every sentence proved my point. I didn't even raise my voice. I just said, "I'm not going home tonight." And he stood there, stunned, like the world wasn't bending to his will for the first time in his life. Later, when I moved back into my parents' house, Randall's mom tried the last card she had, the emotional manipulation card. She called my mom, demanding she talk some sense into me and telling her I was destroying the family. Destroying their family. Not a single word about how they destroyed me. I realized something huge then. It wasn't just Randall. The whole family was infected with the same disease. Entitlement, control, cruelty dressed as tradition. Randall wasn't an anomaly. He was a product of this environment. And that's when something in me finally settled. The fog cleared. By the time the final round of chaos hit, I was already emotionally done with all of them. so watching their little empire shake itself apart without my help was honestly poetic. After the restaurant showdown, the divorce papers, the silence, the shock, I thought something inside Randall might finally snap into maturity. Nope. Turns out, when golden children implode, they don't fall quietly. They scramble. They cling. They make noise. The next morning, I woke up to my phone vibrating like it was being electrocuted. Missed calls, messages, random numbers. When I checked, every single one said some variation of, "Let's talk." You didn't have to do that. Why are you being unreasonable? Don't throw this away. My mom is crying. You embarrassed us. There it was again. The real theme of their family: appearances, people, control, compassion, image, reality. I muted everything. My mom made waffles. My dad grunted something that translated to, "You did the right thing." My sister sent me a meme that said, "Congrats on escaping a cult." I laughed so hard I almost choked. But then the real final straw came. Randall's mom sent me an essay-length text, a manifesto really, explaining why I never understood how families work. She said marriage was about sacrifice, that I needed to apologize, that Randall was devastated, that I was tearing their unity apart. I forwarded it to my sister, who replied, "Print it, frame it. This is what not to marry." A couple days later, it was time to pick up my things. Randall said he wouldn't be home, but of course he was, standing in the doorway like a kicked puppy. I had my dad with me, so Randall didn't attempt any dramatic performance. My plants were wilted, my mail untouched, a half-eaten pizza decaying on the counter. That apartment looked exactly like our marriage. Bare minimum effort. No care, no maintenance. Just autopilot. I packed everything, left the key on the counter, walked out. Didn't look back. He texted afterward, "You could have at least said goodbye." Goodbye? To what? To who? I didn't answer. Eventually, things started falling apart for them. Not me. Mutual friends told me Randall was living with his mom. His mom was complaining nonstop. Reagan was telling people I attacked her at the restaurant, which made me laugh out loud because if I attacked her, she'd still be on the floor. Even Ariana, sweet, exhausted Ariana, messaged me saying, "You're better off. They've been like this forever." And I knew she was right. A week later, Randall tried again, from a random number this time. "Please talk to me." I was joking. I stared at the message for a good minute. Then I typed, "So was I. I was just pretending to be your wife." Blocked. No crying, no shaking, no guilt, just peace. The kind you get when you finally put down a boulder you didn't even realize you were carrying. I filed the divorce papers, paid the stupid fee, sent the confirmation email screenshot to my sister, who immediately baked a cake that said, "Congrats on your divorce," and pink icing with gold sprinkles. I laughed until I almost dropped it. And that was the moment. Not the restaurant, not the fight, not the baby shower humiliation, but standing in my parents' kitchen holding that ridiculous cake. When it hit me, I didn't escape a marriage. I escaped a cult disguised as a family, and I finally chose myself. Now, I'm watering my revived plants, scrolling apartment listings, eating divorce cake for breakfast, sleeping better than I have in years, surrounded by people who actually like me, not people who tolerate me because I'm useful to their family dynamic. Randall will probably always believe he was the victim. His mom will always say, "I ruined the family." Reagan will always post memes because she has nothing else going for her. But me? I walked away with my dignity intact, with my spine stronger than ever, with my voice sharp enough to cut the chains I didn't know were around me.